What's up, guys? Jesse here, back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for AEW Collision, Saturday Night Collision. So let's get to it then. We'll go ahead with the first match: John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Fiend and Star Jr. I'm sorry, I'm not good at names. Um, Tony Schiavone welcomes us to the show as we settle down to the ring while theme plays, and out comes John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli from the locker room with the camera following them through the crowd for their custom ring entrance. Claudio looks in rough shape as he heads to the ring with Mox. The CMLL duo of as it Van Star Jr. Made their way out with masks and capes to a very light reaction from the crowd. They settle into the ring and the bell sounds to get started. Mox and Star Jr. kick things off from their for their respective teams. Mox grounds Star Jr. and walks him over early on. Now the duo from CMLL start to fight back and take over with double team action. Claudio Castagnoli and to help, but gets sent to the floor. Mox does as well. The two go for a big dive, but pump the brakes when they reach the ropes and decide against it. Back in the ring, as if and Claudio are the legal men. Claudio hits a big swing to wake the crowd up. Star Jr. and as hit some double team action again, and this time they do connect with a double dive to the floor on the Blackpool Combat Club duo. Back in the ring, Castagnoli takes over again as we head to a mid-match commercial break. We return from the break and see the match still in progress after some back and forth action. We see Mox finish this one with an armbar for the tap out victory. So, yeah, John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli won the match. Once the match wraps up, we see Mox and Claudio still in the ring. Mox gets on the mic. Gracias, amigos, he says to the CMLL duo. He then talks about how any team that wants it can get it. With that said, FTR's theme hits, and out comes Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. We see the two head to the ring to a big pop as their Midnight Express sounding theme rocks and rolls. The foursome stare each other down, and then a wild brawl breaks out. We see security and wrestlers from the back rush out to try and break things up. They seem to have order restored, but then the four start going at it again as they continue to try and separate these four. We head to another commercial break. Alright, second match. Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor. As we settle back in from the break, the theme for Daniel Garcia hits, and out comes doing a silly ass dance. He makes his way into the ring, and his theme dies down. The entrance tune for his opponent plays out, and comes Shane Taylor, accompanied by Lee Moriarty, Danny Magic. Matt Menard joins the trio on special guest commentary for this one. The bell sounds, and off we go. That Nigel McGuinness keeps saying the name Christian Cage, but pronounces it Chris T I N. Can't help but make one wonder how he pronunciation of the word Christianity might sound like this. Digress. I don't know. Taylor misses a big spanning back fist and lets Garza know just how close he was. He does connect on his big shot and leads him to controlling the action for the next few minutes as we head into a mid-match break. When we return, we see Taylor still in offensive driver's seat, but not for long. Garcia puts together combinations of strikes on Taylor in the corner as the crowd comes to life in the background. He does his little dance and then goes back to stopping a moto in Taylor in the corner of the ring. Taylor goes for a big leg drop, but Garcia moves and slaps a knee bar on top for a tap out. We're two matches deep into the show and both have ended via submission. So the winner is Daniel Garcia. Backstage, Lexi Nair is with Ankies and the Mad King talks about what the Young Bucks did to Sting and Darby Allin and says it was disgusting. He says they stole his thunder just like Brian Danielson stole Brian Keith's thunder when he got his contract last week. Keeson then addresses the American Dragon and says he's gonna challenge him to a match. He wants him in the ring again, and this time when he beats him, he has to shake his hand and pretend like he respects him. He wants it at AEW Revolution 2024, which will be next month. Brian Cage versus the Outrunners. It's time for handicap action. The Machine Brian Cage comes out looking like Road Warrior Animal with Prince Nana of the Mogul Bazzi by his side. He sells in the ring where his opponents, the Outrunners, are already waiting for him. The bell sounds were officially off and running with this one. Cage immediately beheads both of them, Donkey Kongs them, and ragdolls them around the ring a bit, and finish him off with a Boston Crab for the easy squash match victory. So we're in as Brian Cage. Alright, now we see a mascot dancing with Prince side by side ringside after the match until Brian Cage attacks him from behind. Prince Nana yells that no one does the Prince Nana dance by himself. The theme and Batman-like symbol for Hook plays. The FTW champion comes out and jumps on Cage, and the two get in a wild brawl. They fight their way into the back, and things continue. We see a quick undisputed King interview with Tomohiro Ishii backstage, and then head to a commercial. Alright, next, this is the Adam Copeland talking. So here you go. Tony Schiavone is in the ring and introduces the Radar superstar. Adam Copeland's catchy theme plays, and now he comes for his scheduled appearance. He talks about what the Young Bucks did to Sting and Darby Allin and how it wouldn't have happened if he was there. He tells the Young Bucks this is your warning. He keeps talking and brings up Eddie Kingston and our champions in AEW and says he's got size set on the TNT title held by Christian Cage. On that note, Dan Garcia comes out and confronts him in the ring and tells him he wants the TNT title too. The two end up agreeing to a match on Wednesday's Dynamite, with the winner advancing to challenge Cage for the TNT title next. Alright, we shoot backstage with Renee Paquette is standing by with Stokely Hathaway, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale. They talk about how things wrap up at AEW Rampage and how Sky Blue and Julia Hart appear to be on the same page. A challenge at his issue, but not confirmed because Tony Khan has Stokely blocked. Alright, next match is Brody King versus Mark Briscoe. Back inside the arena, the lights go out and the theme for the House of Black hits. Out comes Brody King for our next match of the evening, where he is scheduled to go one-on-one against Mark Briscoe. He sells in the ring accompanied by Julia Hart. Mark Briscoe comes out next to a big pop. The bell sounds for some reason this one. We see King dominate the action early on, but Briscoe starts turning up the redneck FU and gets in the offensive driver's seat. Briefing, he grabs a steel chair and folds it and unfolds it over and over again to make a clapping sound. The fans clap along with him, but before he can use it, King takes back over to end up on the floor, where the House of Black member brutalizes Briscoe as we head to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see King working over Briscoe in the ring, while his mouth is busted open and bleeding. Briscoe starts to fight back as the fans rally behind him. He blasts King over and over again in his busted mouth. The fans break out in a loud "We want tables" chant. Table is set up, but when Briscoe heads to the top rope, he is distracted by Julia Hart. King knocks him off and through the table down below. He brings him back in the ring for Gonzo bomb and gets the win. After the match, King holds Briscoe and Julia Hart stabs him in the forehead. He's bleeding like a stuck pig, like gross bad. Wow. So yeah, the winner is Brody King. So yeah, the blood was gushing out like holy shit, and he was bleeding a lot. Alright, next match, Deonna Purrazzo versus Kiera Hogan. When we return from the break, we see Deonna Purrazzo make her way out the Verderosa heads down to the ring for a one-on-one schedule action. So she steps inside the square circle, and the theme for her opponent plays. Out comes Akira Hogan, the former member of the Baddies for Jade Cargill, settles inside the ring as well. The bell sounds, and we're officially off and running with this one. As always, Perazu controls the action early on, isolating the arm of Hogan and going to work on her with their submission and groundwork. Moments later, she gets a double arm submission on Hogan for an easy win in a showcase match. So yeah, the winner is Deonna Perazu. Alright, next one is Timeless Toni Storm versus Queen Aminata. As Perazu is celebrating her victory and heading up the ramp, her theme stops, and the entrance theme music for Timeless Toni Storm plays. Out comes the World Women's World Champion for scheduled non-title action. The black and white screen fades out as she settles in the ring to a big pop from her adoring public. The theme for Queen Aminata hits as she makes her way to the ring as Tony Schiavone plugs her appearance on the latest episode of AEW Unrestricted. The bell sounds and we're officially off and running with this one. Storm goes to work on Aminata coming out of the gate as the camera shows Maria May watching on with the goo eyes while holding the champ's title belt. Luther the Butler is also out there. After some back and forth, we see Storm pick up the win. Once the match wraps up, she lays on her back in the ring and cuts a promo. She announces the debut of her new film, Wet Ink, for next week's AEW Dynamite show. We head to another break. Alright, so Timeless Toni Storm won the match. Alright, main event time. AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy, who is the champion, versus Tomohiro Ishii. Alright, main event time. The theme for Orange Cassidy hits, and out in his trademark jean jacket and jeans with his backpack on comes the freshly squeezed one himself. He heads to the ring for the latest defense for his AEW International Championship. He sells in the ring to a big pop and his music dies down. Now the theme for the Stone Pit Bill Tomohiro Ishii hits, and out comes the Japanese legend to challenge for AEW Gold here in AEW Collision. Main event of the week. Now the bell sounds pretty on this one. We see Ishii taking it to Cassidy early on, but he fights back and then does a big dramatic hands up with back down in the pockets routine before landing drop kicks with his hands in his pockets. Ishii ends up knocking Cassidy out to the floor. He calls Ishii to come out after when Ishii tries. Cassidy rolls back in the ring. When Ishii comes back in the ring, Cassidy catches him with a drop kick. Tomohiro Ishii and Cassidy hit some back and forth shots, and then Cassidy runs him over with a shoulder tackle off the ropes. The fans break out in a loud, freshly squeezed chant as Ishii gives Cassidy the no sell treatment in the corner before taking over on the fence. In the corner, Cassidy does the wimpy shots routine, but Ishii blasts him back with the vicious chop that flattens him. Ishii gets Cassidy down and stomps on him as we head to a mid-match commercial break as our headline bout of the show continues. When we return, we see Cassidy in the offensive driver's seat again, but not for long, as Ishii quickly takes back over. He gets Cassidy on the ropes in the corner and holds him forever for a stall avalanche suplex for a super close near fall attempt. The AEW International Champion digs down deep and connects with a huge orange punch. He follows that up with beach break and goes for the cover, but somehow Ishii kicks out. Cassidy takes off his arm pad and backs into the corner, waits for Ishii to get up. He charges at him, but Ishii catches him with a dragon suplex. Cassidy sells it, pops up, and walks into another big shot from Ishii that decks him. Ishii goes for the cover, but Cassidy kicks out. Um, Ishii hits a running lariat for a near fall attempt. Ishii looks for the vertical drop brainbuster, but Cassidy counters with an orange punch and ends up rolling Ishii up for the win to retain the AEW Championship in an excellent main event. After the match, the Undisputed Kingdom hits the ring and attacks Cassidy. Ishii comes back to round them off. That's how this week's show ended with the winner. So yeah, the winner is and still AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. So that was a good main event. The whole show was good and stuff. So yeah, including that main event. Sorry, that was a thumb tag if you didn't hear it. But anyways, that was a good main event, back and forth and stuff. I liked that. Get the crowd going and stuff. So yeah, it was a good main event. I liked it. So yeah, next weekend there will not be no AEW Collision for the next 2 weeks because of there's an NBA going on the TNT channel, all that stuff, and yeah, so 2 weeks, so won't be no AEW Collision. I wish they were done on Tuesday or Thursday or something. So yeah, anyways, so again, no AEW Collision for 2 weeks. So we'll take a break on the Saturday, and so or where Sunday, because I'm always filming this video very late. These videos very late and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so for right now, it'll be Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, and Rampage and SmackDown. So well, Friday at 6 o'clock, Rampage will start before Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, because there's a game going on TNT channel. That's why. So yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna start with AEW Rampage first, and then SmackDown last. So yeah, anyways, that was it for this video, and hope you enjoy it. If not, whatever, like and subscribe, favorite, all that stuff. So anyways, that was it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.